Yay!
It's random snips, vlogging every week for you.
Hey Snippets! So I just got back a couple days ago from VidCon 2014, which, to put it in as few words as possible to describe how VidCon was, well, hold on, I bought this. So if this doesn't explain to you how great VidCon was, then I don't know what can. So VidCon 2014 was truly an incredible time, completely different from any other YouTube convention I've ever been to. And I filmed a lot of it for you on my daily vlog, but it's impossible to really truly communicate to you how awesome VidCon was this year. So I just wanted to point out some of the highlights that made this particular VidCon extremely special. So the first crazy thing that happened was as soon as I got to California, I didn't have a ride from the airport. The person that was supposed to pick us up ended up getting in a car accident and had to have emergency surgery that morning, and we didn't find out until we had gotten to California that we did not have a ride all of a sudden. And I mean, luckily being at the LAX airport, it was easy to figure out. We just got a shuttle and had to pay $15, but it worked out. The next crazy thing that happened though was that whenever the shuttle dropped us off, it dropped us off at the right place, but it dropped us off in a part of it that looked it dropped us off in a place that legitimately looked like a ghetto. Like, I thought that we were gonna get mugged. I thought, okay, this is it. This is VidCon 2014. This is how it ends. But it ended up being okay. We also found out the day that we got there that this luxury house that we were supposed to be staying in that had like themed bedrooms and a private pool and like a golfing putting green, and it had a game room, and I think you could order like a private chef or whatever to come and cook for you. We went to IHOP about an hour or two before we were supposed to check into our house, and we called the place just to make sure that, you know, we could check in at the time we were supposed to, and we found out that they gave our house away. They double booked our house, and they told us that we had never made a reservation whenever we actually did, and they basically gypped us out of our money and a house, so then we became homeless in Anaheim, California. So here I am, a random 20-year-old in Anaheim, California, no longer having a place to stay, and I am freaking out at this point. Luckily for the 2 nights that we were homeless though, one of our friends let us stay in his place at a hotel near the convention center, so that was lucky for us. We ended up getting so desperate for food at a point that me and Karen and Sarah ended up going to Pizza Hut, and instead of just like paying to have it delivered, we decided to walk to the Pizza Hut, which ended up being like 2.5 miles away, but we didn't even care. We were so hungry at that point, we were like, whatever, we're just gonna walk there. And whenever we walked back with it, we were trying to run because we were so hungry, and we had the pizza in our hands and we wanted it so badly. Well, actually, we ended up going to the wrong one too, so we placed an order at the wrong one, then whenever we got to the one that we were at, we had to place a new order and cancel the old order. Actually, I don't know if we ever canceled it, but we had to make an order at the new one, wait for it to be made, and then whenever we walked back, we ran with it because we were so hungry and desperate to eat. Like, the pizza got like smushed at the bottom. That was a very shambly time in our trip. So on the 3rd day that we were there, we actually did end up finding a place to stay, which was good for us. However, it was about 2 miles away from the convention center, so anytime that we wanted to go there, we had to pay for a taxi. A taxi for a 2-mile trip isn't that expensive, but whenever I didn't originally budget for taxis in my trip, it ended up being an extra $75 to $100 that I wasn't planning on spending, and so it left me very, very, very strapped for cash on that trip. There was a lot of times where I thought, am I gonna actually make it home? Like, am I gonna have enough money to make it to Texas at this point? It got kind of scary a few times, but it all worked out because obviously I'm back home. But the apartment was magnificent. It had a great view outside. It was right next to Angel Stadium, which was also cool. So the pros did outweigh the cons in that situation. I think VidCon 2014 was nicknamed FangirlCon 2014 because the fangirls at this convention in particular were absolutely insane. Like, there were multiple times that we almost got trampled just by like a stampede of fangirls, and I think that there was like a pregnant woman at VidCon that actually did get trampled by fangirls. So yeah, it was a lot. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, fangirls. Stop it. Stop your behavior. We love you, and YouTubers want to meet you, but do not trample pregnant women, please. Also at VidCon 2014, I went to my first VIP party, which was awesome. Now, yes, I'm a YouTuber, and yes, I've been a YouTuber for a long time, but I'm not anywhere near like VIP status or anything. So the fact that I got into a VIP party and was able to go was absolutely mind-blowing. It was at the House of Blues in downtown Disney. The party was fun, the people were fun, the dancing was fun. It was just all around a great time. So while I was at VidCon this year, I actually ended up meeting the YouTuber Make Me Bad 35. So I've been watching Damien's videos for like 7 or 8 years now. He was one of the first YouTubers I ever actually found. And I actually ended up hanging out with him while we were at VidCon. And one of the nights I was staying in his hotel room and we were just like waiting for a party to happen. And while I was waiting in his room, I was just like scrolling through my phone and I found my old channel. So I was looking through my old videos and I found one of the videos that I had made like in 2007 or 2008, something like that, was a tribute video that I made for him. It was a video of 12-year-old me. No, it was so embarrassing. But I ended up showing it to him. He thought it was funny, I think. He might have just found it really creepy, but yeah, that was an interesting experience. So going along with that, something else that I got to do at VidCon this year was I actually got to hang out with YouTubers, which was so much fun. The past few conventions that I've been to, I've kind of just gone as, you know, like a stand buyer, you know, like I've been more on like the consumer side rather than like the producing side. And eventually like my goal is to like want to be on that other side, you know, like the person that like does panels and meetups and all that kinds of stuff. So it was fun for me this convention, getting to like actually hang out with YouTubers and make friends with YouTubers, and it was just genuinely awesome. And I hope that those sort of experiences only continue to happen at conventions to come, and I continue to develop myself more in this awesome YouTube community that I've been a part of for so long. YouTube is great. So on the Sunday after VidCon, we went to Disneyland. And you know, Disneyland was great as it always is. It was much more fun than last year whenever I went, because last year when I went by myself. It's exponentially less fun whenever you go to Disneyland by yourself. Let me just say that. But I went with friends this year, and also a certain someone named Drake Bell. Yeah, I got to hang out at Disneyland with Drake Bell. That was kind of a great time. So after VidCon is all ended and everything was said and done, I thought that all the excitement was finally over, but no. On our very last leg of the trip, we almost missed our shuttle to the airport because our taxi was supposed to take us to the Hilton so that we could catch a shuttle to take us to the airport, and the taxi was late to our hotel, so we almost missed our shuttle at the Hilton. We made it with like 1 minute to spare. Sarah had to go flag the shuttle down before it left us there, and it was a lot of nonsense, but we made it, and we made it to the airport, and I made it home. So overall, VidCon 2014 was just truly an awesome time. I love YouTube gatherings, and the next one isn't for another 8 months if I don't go to Tri-State Playlist, which I don't know if I'm going to or not. So I just have to eagerly wait for the next YouTube conference. But anyways, VidCon was great. I cannot wait for the next one. But yes, I think that's going to be all for this week. My social media links are all in the down bar below, as they always are. You can go check me out there, see all my other stuff that I do. Until my next video, stay awesome guys. Bye!